you guys? It's now D, and I'm back with yet another booktube video. Wow, it's been quite a while for a booktube video. I did been posting on my other channel. Should I post more? Nah, I kind of want to keep these two separate, but in case you want to check it out, it's linked in my regular channel and shit. But first of all, let's get into the nails. I was trying the French nail with the cat eye thing. I like this color, but maybe not with like this polygel one. And I did the lazy girl method too, and I did my cat eye reverse. You kind of see the cat eye over here, but like I think it's best with like pictures, which I'll insert here and maybe insert the video. But before I get started on this booktube, how y'all doing? Have y'all completed your goals? Because I haven't. None of my goals have been completed. One of these goals, probably starting next month, I need to catch up on all of my NetGalley books, to be honest with you. Some of them I'm gonna follow that one girl's advice. She was the first video that I saw for the culture readathon for the Black Vampires one. So I'll insert here, but she has a video on her channel on how to catch up on your NetGalley books and everything like that. So I think I'm going to do that because as I'm reading some of these NetGalley books, I'm like, I don't want to fuck up my score, but I also want to write a review. So I was like, I'm going to follow her advice. So I'm going to insert that here, but I'm so disappointed. Number one, obviously I'm from Brooklyn. I think I said that multiple times already. So one of my goals ever since I discovered this sometime during the pandemic, that you can actually buy a library card from a different state and get access to the hoopla and to the overdrive and stuff. Now here's the thing, ever since overdrive shut down, rest in peace my homie, ever since overdrive decided to force everybody to use Libby, I'm like, because I'm looking at the site and everything now, technically that site was updated back in 2022. We're obviously close towards the end of the year of 2023. So I'll leave the link down below, but like some of the books for like these libraries, they had overdrive. Now I'm thinking hopefully that they updated to Libby because they don't shut down, because what's the point of me paying yearly if I can't use it, right? Especially since overdrive is like dead, gone, deleted. Sadly, I'm still upset about that. I'm still upset about that. And another thing that I'm upset about is Brooklyn Library. They're no longer having people from out of state, buy their library card yearly. And I was like, damn, for real, for real. Maybe if you did buy monthly, no, not buy monthly, buy yearly, that but I understand maybe that's why, like probably taking away resources and stuff. I was watching this other girl's YouTube because she also had Brooklyn Public Library card, and she lives all the way in Minnesota or someplace else, and how she said like, where my book's at. But like she links her stuff down below as well, so as to why they might have canceled. But Queens Library has that still, so I might have to check out Queens, because like at first I thought about like Houston, Texas, because I heard that they too have a system like that. But like with what I see going on with the censorship and everything else, I'm like, I'm not spending my money on a library in Texas where like they have problems with like censorship and all that other stuff. Because the whole point of me going, planning it out, because I was actually planning on getting it this year or like the beginning of next year as a gift to myself, but for the the Brooklyn Library card, because I live here in Delaware. But like, bruh, like I'm not trying to go to Texas. Like I see what y'all be doing, I be watching, I'm like and I'll have to do more research, because if anything I'll probably go with Queens. But if Houston, Texas is as good as they say, then we'll see. But ever since the whole ebook issue with the censorship over there, and I was like, I don't know, Texas don't sound like a good choice to me. But I'll see all the other library cards. I remember a few years ago that California, they had a few libraries that did that, but I don't know if they do that still, or if I had to personally go in, because I didn't see any of the California ones on the website. So that list all the ones that allow out-of-state people to do that. But like, I'm surprised that most of the major cities don't have that. Like most of the South do, New York they do, but like California, what? I'm surprised California don't have that. But like, yeah, they need to get on to that. But like, if they do, then I probably have to go individually to see which ones have that or not. Like I could have sworn like at least LA, San Diego. Where else in California? I know that California probably got like out-of-state programs for that. So like, I know, like, unless they canceled it, and like that's why I don't see it on the site no more, but like it has to be there somewhere. Because like, bruh, I'm so upset, because I was really looking forward to like getting my Brooklyn Public Library membership, especially me coming from Brooklyn in the first place. I'm like, damn, I gotta go to Queens. No shade, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the October TBR and stuff. Now there's quite a few books that I kind of want to get to before the end of the year, starting with all my NetGalley ones. So I think I should like dedicate every 2 weeks to my NetGalley stuff. Will I get through it? Yes, hopefully. But like, I finally downloaded the NetGalley app, and I didn't know they had the read out loud option. So now that I know that, I should probably use the app more often, because I do read through my Kindle for the NetGalley books. But like, I don't know, like I'm trying to like since I'm starting to notice that over these past few years I've just been going towards the audiobooks more and more often. This year I made it a goal to read more physical and ebooks without the audio. Child, that shit ain't work. That shit ain't fucking work. Like unless I'm like absolutely forced to, then yeah. And then when I discovered how you can like listen to your read out loud stuff, I tried it on my regular phone. It does not work on my Android. However, for the Kindle version, I have to test it out some more to see how I like it. If it gets too annoying for the process, I'll just like fuck it. I've been trying it out with that one ebook that I've been struggling to read. Like it's this dark romance, and I want to read it in order. It's technically a spin-off of this main series, Mafia series I want to read, but like the subject matter is just too much for me, and I'm like, you know what, I need to listen to the audiobook so I can get through it. And surprisingly, like I thought it was gonna drag out. Like I'll probably leave the picture of the book here, but I bought both of the two books before I continue on with the Kindle Unlimited version. But like, yo, bruh, I don't know what's taking me so long to read this book. Like there should be no excuse, especially since I read similar books to that, but not to like that subject matter with the human trafficking and all this cheating. I can't with the cheating, but like it's too much. But I have to read it before I continue on to book 2 of the other Mafia series, because it's like not book 2 but book 3, I believe, because like there's like spoiler alerts if I go straight into book 3. So I'm like, God, I gotta duke it out, y'all. I don't know how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try it tonight. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for October TBR, and maybe I'll make a separate book for like video for like my fall, my winter TBR and shit. But for the most part, at this point I'm no longer gonna call it a TBR. It's more like a mood, because like sometimes this shit just gets carried over for like fall and spring and whatever else. So if anything, I'm just gonna have to like do something. But either way, there's like 3-ish. No, not 3, 4 readathons that I kind of want to participate in, but like, you know, loosely participate in. If I get through some of them, cool. First of all, Black Readathon for 2023. I'm loving what she did with the whole village and everything. There's 2 locations that I'm interested in. I think it's the graveyard one and something else, something to do with the haunted house. Yes, the haunted house one. Those 2 prompts is what I'm interested in, period. Okay, now first I thought I would find difficulty with like the body parts, but already with the one book that I'm listening to on Kindle, that is also available at my library. And I'm like, okay, I'm liking it so far. Sorry, something in my eye. Anyways, that I'm happy about. Then we have, let's see, for the Culture Readathon, Black Vampire Edition, and I'm liking how easy that one could be. I'm thinking about reading the second group read with like the Beast. I saw the Beast, and the Beast is in me with the black ballerina making a deal and everything. But to be honest with you, like it was on my, you know, anticipated reads for this year, but I'm like, I don't know, just something about ballerina. I'm like, even when I see in Mafia. Apparently Mafia has a thing with ballerinas and shit, like, oh, he fell in love with the ballerina and also all that other stuff. But each time the ballerina subject is come up, I'm like which is crazy, because when I was younger I used to really be obsessed with ballerinas, and I wanted to be a ballerina, but I took one ballerina class. Is like, this ain't for me, this is not for me. Anyways, continuing on. So for the Culture Readathon, Black Vampire Addiction, next mention, there's the Pop Culture Readathon with also horror related stuff. If I run into some of the objects, that's great. And also the no new release readathon, and that's more of a point systems. I have to look back on her stuff to see like if you can double up on points, but like, you know, when it comes from my own personal TBR, I'll be cheating. I don't care. So I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna just show you like the video. So with that being said, I'll be back. You guys, I'm back. I hope y'all can see my face. Oh wow, they make it bigger. I wonder if I can make it smaller too. Nope. Well, at least it's bigger than the last time. Okay, that's all I can say. Like then you would like be like a little tiny speck, but I see the update is looking good. It's looking good. Anyways, let me make myself more comfortable. As y'all can see, it is Halloween time for the moods, the TBR-ish, I guess. But real quick, this is like, I don't know if I want to do like something for like Halloween or stuff. I never do anything for Halloween, maybe because I live in a Christian household, blah blah blah. But I'll probably do some makeup or something. But as you can see, Black woman for the win. Anyways, this is just like, you know, an intro for my moods. It's not really a TBR, but this is just for the Culture Readathon, the Black Arena Readathon, and then you got the Pop Culture Readathon and the no new release. Like, I feel like some of the prompts can overlap, so I could just boop, kind of be a win-win situation. Okay, now how the fuck do I move up? Sorry, give me a minute. Oh, found it. So we got prompt number 1. Let me move myself towards like the center. Like there's 2 things from Black Readathon that I'm interested in, and that's the Saint from Graveyard and the Haunted House. You got the possession story, the ghost of someone who resides over the house. Then you got, or or ghost story in general. Then you got the haunted house set in the South, then, which and then you also got a book that has the house mentioned home estate in the title, a medium or a spiritual leader, which I have a feeling I got like the book I'm currently reading. I literally just started that book yesterday when I saw that it was available on Kindle, but we'll get to that soon. Then you also have the graveyard shift. The graveyard shift, child, the graveyard. You got the prompts for like of the night vibes, a book where the deal is made, a murder with multiple viewpoints. Then you also have, you know, a horror thriller book with body parts and a book with ancestral knowledge. Now, both of these have free spaces, but it has to be related to like the theme of that place or location that you're at. Okay, then we have, you know, the pop culture-a-thon, where you have the unsettling book cover for Freddy Coover. Then you also have Deadly Vacations. You also have indie paranormal romance, which I'm so glad, because I just wanted to like look at these prompts and be like, okay, this book can fit in. If it don't, it's cool by me. But looking at like some of the things I selected, I'm like, okay, some of these can fit in. Okay, the Candyman, you got like a horror book thriller by Black author. Then you also have Michael Myers, a classic horror trope, which I feel like all of these books I got that tech on wrong. I actually have maybe two books in mind, and that's more to do with space horror, I think. Don't quote me on that. Then we have the Creepy Kids. Oh, Children of the Corn. I need to rewatch that movie. That'll probably be one of my things. No, go back. Okay, that's probably going to be one of my things with. And also, you got The Deal with the Devil, Be the Babysitter. What? I never heard of that movie. Maybe that's something I gotta watch. Anyways, you got Jigsaw, aka Billy, true crime story. And then you also have blood in the title. I'm gonna be cheating and have blood in the book or something. The sort. And I feel like a lot of these prompts have blood on the cover, so there's that. Then you have the small town settings, which I have an indie book that might fit that, and also Red, a Molly Gray main character. Then you have For the Culture Readathon, okay? You have an audiobook or mixed media, which I'm already completing, which I can't believe I'm actually making progress. It's been a week, but we'll see how it is. You see, then you have blood on the cover. You have a book featuring a bride. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Maybe with Dracula. But this is mostly for Black vampires, so I'm going to have to like read. Hopefully it pops up. Then you have Loyalty, books with a slayer, killer, and assassin. Then you have book with dark skin, Black person on the cover, okay? Because you know how these indie authors be fooling people with a like dark skinned person on the cover. I feel like they should have a prompt where it says dark skinned Black person on the cover and in the book, because they be tricking us with a dark skinned person on the cover, and then when you read the book, it's like someone who's who's light skinned biracial or like light skinned in general. I'm like, sir, this was not what I signed up for as the main female character, but whatever. Then you have a Rags to Riches story, the book about the undead, and also a book with the heart on the cover, which I might have to cheat with if it's a body part on the inside, So there's that. As you can see, some of them do be overlapping. Now, hold on. Each book must fulfill one prompt and may be used up for two others. Good. Because like I was definitely going to cheat on this part with the point system. So you have one point system for the no new release readathon, and the whole point is you have to read books before 2020. So you have basically the 1 point system. You have the books published in the 2010s, a spooky book for Halloween, and if it's a reread, then you also have books published in the 2000s, a BIPOC author and a book with an LGBT plus protagonist. Now technically I might cheat. I might cheat when it comes for like point two, but like I'm pretty sure, especially with the book that I have in mind, but it was published in 2022. So, hey, do what you want. Anyways, you also, for the 3 point systems, you can read a book published in the 20th century, a sequel, and a story collection or anthology. I'm not really that big on anthology, so it is what it is. Then we also have, 4 point systems. You can read a book that was published prior to the 20th century. My thought is Dracula, because I never read the story of Dracula. Like, yes, I hear it all the time, watched some of the movies, all of it, heard of it, but I never actually read the book by Bram Stoker. And there's also like the sequel for Dracula that was posted by the author's grandson. I don't know who the hell that nigga is. I don't know who the son is. Whoever wrote the sequel to that. Like, I know there's Dracula, that's what it is. Never read it, but I've seen it on my timeline multiple times. And I actually checked both of them out, still hadn't read it. Child, it's time for me to go to YouTube and listen to the audiobook. But also read a book over 500 pages and read a book published on the year that you were born. Now, I found two. One of them is going to be a reread for me, and the other one is going to be like a manga. But I might go with the manga just to make it easier on me. Plus, it's something that I'm familiar with and wouldn't mind reading the entire series because there's certain details that's different from the anime. We'll get to it. So, let's start with the library, okay? Stuff that's available at my library. And you know what? This button is getting on my nerves. I might as well have to take this shit off. Give me a second. Okay, we're back with the Kachi long bonnet. There's actually a shorter version, also from the same company, from the Black-owned company. I also got like two others from the same company. Technically, I bought four. This one, the short version, and the Demon Slayer one with, with the little sister, her pattern. Also with the short and long version for braids. Bruh. And this is other Black-owned company, but every single time I try to go, and it's the shower version of this, but it's from a different Black-owned company. Every single time the anime lover, which is what they call, to avoid, being taken down and shit, sold out every single time. Every single time in all the sizes for the shower button in this pattern. So it's like, child, damn, like we can't have shit. But anyways, I'm glad that, that these Black-owned companies are getting sold out. Anyways, I'll probably leave their information down below if you're interested in the bonnet, because I technically use it all the time. Okay. But we're not here to talk about that. Library stuff. Now, this I actually currently got checked out. You have Sign Up the Slayer. This is a group book for the cultural readathon, and they fill out like a good 3 prompts. So there's that. Anyways, you got, this is more YA, and currently, now the only reason why, if you see like KU, if you see my little pointer right here, oh no, go back, Jesus Christ. Anyways, if you see the KU part, it's because with the star, it's only because right now, as we speak, it's available on Kindle Unlimited. But like, I know when it comes for like these new releases, sometimes they have it available for Kindle Unlimited for a short period of time before they take it off Kindle Unlimited. So that's why I feel like, just to let y'all know, in case y'all interested in, if it's not available at your library, check Kindle Unlimited, because sometimes like it is how it is. You got vampires, you got curses, high school, you got the Slayer who goes to some kind of high school for vampire slayers and other creatures, I think. And she kind of falls for the vampires, but like, the kind of enemies and shit, but it is what it is. Next, now this one, I have a feeling I'm gonna be creeped out. I currently have it checked out. I first heard about this on Ashley's channel, is Bookish Realms, and this is a comb of witches and wishes. This is a middle grade of mythology, and this is, a Caribbean folklore / Caribbean. To me, it's a Caribbean horror, because like, if you know, especially like mermaids are evil. I'm sorry. Like, if you go to the Caribbean, there's always some kind of story of your parents or your grandparents or family member or a village member telling you like, no, don't accept nothing from the ocean. Like, if you see something in the ocean that's like, oh, this is pretty, I'm gonna take it home. Don't take that shit home with you, because now you're inviting that luau, that spirit, into your fucking life, and you don't know if like what their reasoning is for leaving it on the beach for someone. It could be a trap. It could be something like from like, if you're female, like a husband, your little mermaid husband, or like, your mermaid wife. Like, no, like, you cannot, don't be doing this. And allegedly, based on this cover, I can tell the little girl ain't listened to none of what her parents done told her, or her grandparents. She just grabbed a comb thinking, oh, it's for me. I'm gonna keep this at home. And look at this image. You see this? Clearly, that person wants it back. Whoever this mermaid is clearly wants that comb back. And now this little girl, she's gonna face the consequences of messing things with things that don't belong to her. I'm sorry. Anyways, that's why I'm gonna categorize this as a horror novel, because if you're from the Caribbean, if you know, you fucking know. Okay, next. Monstrous. Now this is this is this is actually one of my NetGalley books, but I know it's available at my library now, but I'm gonna read it off of NetGalley. Basically, you have like this, it's definitely horror. You have this girl who she's being sent to her aunt's small town. I don't know what she did, or maybe she's just sent there over the summer, but like, and not to mention there's some creepy ass woods. I think it's Alabama. It's set place in the South, definitely in the South. So, ooh, more deals. And not to mention, I know that she finds this whole place creepy, and she only gets confirmed when, boom, she gets kidnapped from her fucking house to be used as a sacrifice to some kind of weird monster. And in order to get out, I think she either A, makes a deal with it to either survive or something else happens. Either way, it's overdue and it needs to be read. So that's definitely something that needs to be done. But it's available in your local library if you have it. But look at this cover. It's stunning. I could actually make an eye look for this. Like the purples, the greens, the blues. I already have like this eyeshadow. Oh shit. No, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back. I have like this one eyeshadow, which I feel, which comes from like this black owned company. I think it's called Clarity Cosmetics with a K. Clarity Cosmetics with a K for both. Or is JD Glow Cosmetics. That is those two black owned companies, bruh, their eyeshadow out of this fucking world. Like the dimension, it's very soft though, so I feel like you got to be gentle with it. But bruh, I already, I can make an eye look with this, and not to mention the lips, child. I already got a lip color that could go with this, child. This is just eye makeup worthy, and like the scales, I could do something. Anyways, let's actually move on. This book has been on my TBR for the longest. She already has a new book coming out called House of Hunger or something that may have to do with vampires, but this, I know people kind of are wishy-washy with this, and right now I'm listening to the audiobook. You have the biracial heroine. I'm picking up some feminist themes like with the witches, like the two lesbian lovers, not to mention how like the black people in here are outcasted and how they're cursed and everything. It reminds me of Jesus Christ. It reminds me of this one Dominican painting that called I don't know, I forgot, Prophet of Ham. I don't know. It has to do with a biblical implication and how people think how black people are the descendants of Ham, whoever the hell that motherfucker is, and how it's a curse for them to be enslaved. And it was a whole painting. I don't know if I can find the Instagram and like post it, but like he goes into depth about it, about the painting, and how it basically shows like this African woman and her mulatto daughter and the white husband, and how the baby came out white. And it's a very famous Dominican painting. But you know, with all the things that's going on in the Dominican Republic with Haiti and black people there, it's like, ugh, child, I'm not surprised. I'm not at all surprised. Anyways, the black people are treated out as outcasts over here, child. You have this one girl who her mother and father are dead, but somehow she still managed to live and got her mostly, like, first of all, it's creepy. Like, it's giving me Salem Witch vibes, but like the church with the pastor, he's creepy with all his like, we've already ran into the witches and stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, like very, kind of biblical. I wouldn't say biblical, more like plagues that are about to happen. And already the first one came out with the blood, and it has something to do with her. She probably has some powers too. She probably is a witch herself. But child, it's very creepy with the church, and it's giving a cult member, child. But I don't trust his son. I don't trust the son at all, because like he's like this pastor with all these wives and sons and children, and one of his sons, who's like the heir and shit, he is on here like with not, how they are about education and shit, and like anything that's not the Bible related, they're not gonna listen to it. And like the son is, I don't know, he's just, I don't trust nobody. Okay, not even the witches, none of that. But I understand it's a feminist retelling, but either way, I'm like this much into the audiobook, so there's that. Okay, next. Speak No Evil. This is the first of a trilogy. I've actually heard of this from the book. I don't know if it's the Book is Refuge or is it called the Book Refuge. Either way, most of her channel is romance related, so that's where I go to her for like all my dark romance recommendations and like a few others too. But this was, I decided to post a year and stuff just in case you want to participate in the no release athon. And this is very romantic suspense. All of the crimes have to do with sex. Like, I think this one has to do with like this girl who ended up in pieces, and it has something to do with this like kind of smut film that is going around, and FBI agents are getting involved and all this extra stuff. And basically it's a trilogy of the No Evil trilogy. And I don't know, the synopsis is giving me Karen Slaughter vibes. So, and it's very creepy, and I don't know, like based how they describe it, it reminds me of that one scene from that, oh god, the Anita Blank series, of like when like she's investigating this death, and she saw the video of like the shifter, where it starts out like a porn movie, but then the shifter turns into a jaguar and starts ripping the girl apart. And I'm like, bruh, this is too much. But like, honey, we're gonna continue. Now, I have yet to decide if I want to reread this. I might save this for another, I don't know, video or a month where I want to do nothing but banned books. But clearly this book has been banned, challenged, deleted, all of that stuff. But I remember reading this back in high school. I think it was maybe my sophomore year of high school. And we read the book and the movie with Kristen Stewart. And I must say, I remember certain details, but not all of it. This book was published on my year. I mean, the year that I was born, 1999. So this is going to be a reread for me right now. It is currently on Kindle Unlimited for now. If you happen to watch this video and you live in one of those conservative states where they won't let you read this book, it's currently available on Kindle Unlimited if you have access to that. There's that. So there's that. Speak. Let's see. Good House. The Good House. Now, believe it or not, I actually started reading this book. When did I start reading this book? Before I DNF'd it. Probably 2020-ish or 2021-ish. It's around that time. But I got to like 45% of the audiobook before I was like, done. And I returned the book and I never came back to it. Now, I remember feeling creeped out by it, especially like, I don't know, is it the Mimic or something? There's something in that fucking basement that creeps me out. So I figured, you know what? It's a group book for the haunted house. It takes place in 2003. So that's another point for, the other, for the other readathon and other stuff. Currently, it's on Kindle Unlimited if you want to read it. So I figured, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? So that's just one of the things. And let's see. I actually want to get through one of her books before I read her new book that comes out, The Reformery, that comes out later on either this month or next month. Either way, it has to be this month because it's a horror movie. I mean, it's a horror book, which I wouldn't mind seeing one of her stuff turned into a movie. Like, I feel like she got a lot of stuff. Plus, like, she has another. If you want to go with the other locations in I was about to call her place Halloween Town. It's not Halloween Town. It's the Blackween-a-thon. One of the prompts I know has to do with music. And she has a book, a horror novel called, I think, Joseph's Place or something, or Joseph's House. But it has to do with jazz music. I don't know. I'll probably post like a picture right here in editing so you know what the hell I'm talking about. But like, yo, she got a lot of backlist items to look through. So there's that. And I also have her vampire series with Jesus, it's on the tip of my head. And I got book 1 with the audiobook that I want to read. So there's that. And I think the second book has to do with a bride because it came up as a recommendations on Storygraph when it comes for the cultural readathon. So I was like, dang, I had the first book, but I have yet to read the first book. So there's that. Yay! Oh my goodness. So S.A. Cosby, All the Sinners Bleed. This is something that I really want to read it this month. I finally got it checked out. Now, believe it or not, I wanted to go through S.A. Cosby's backlist. I managed to get through one of his books. Which one was it? It literally, Jesus, it has to do with the dead pastor. That one, bruh, blew my mind. Wanted to read all his stuff in order. And I think that was his first published book. Because before he used to write short stories and like these like little novellas and stuff. But like, the one with the dead pastor is the one that I read first. Then I wanted to read The Blackwater Wasteland, but I'm not really into heist books like that, so I DNF'd that like halfway, like through the Kindle Limited stuff. It was available on Kindle Limited for a while, but then I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let me return it. It's no longer available on Kindle Unlimited, but like I'm not into heist stuff, so for now, I'm sorry, that's just one book I'm gonna have to DNF from him. And after that, I wanted to read Razorblade Tears, but apparently I'm going to be reading this first before Razorblade Tears. So you got a serial killer, blackmail lead, a blackmail author. It's a group book for the graveyard. If you want to join that prompt or location, it's the group read for that one. And it's a mystery thriller. I can't wait. I can't wait to have a discussion about this too. So, and like the cover, child, I could just think of the eyeshadows. I'm just thinking all these eye looks, and it's like, girl, because I got all these palettes I really want to get through. And I have this black palette, like the Halloween one, which I think the Halloween one is from Clarity Cosmetics. Yes, it is. It's the Apocalypse palette. Bruh, they have like this one orange shadow that's like orange to like green to like gold. Bruh. I have to read it. Anyways, this is Machismo? No, Mephismo. Mephismo. Anyways, this. Oh shit. This whole time, I'm sorry, I don't know if you can see my little arrow. This whole time, I thought this was a bag of money, but I realized this is probably someone's body. Like, you can see the kneecaps and everything. My bad, y'all. Anyways, this one is part of a series. I don't know how many books are in the series. I just know that I saw this at my library and I was like, ooh, I want that. So I currently have that checked out. Takes place, you have the mafia war, it's like crime family. Oh shit, come on now. So you have like this one family who they're in the drug gang and everything else, but there's a new kid on the block. I wouldn't say new kid, but it's a rival person. And I don't know if he has his own family where they kind of do that, but like basically you have the father, the mother, and 6 children. First of all, I'm surprised. If anything, I'm surprised there's not going to be no infighting. If there is any infighting, like that one book, which I will discuss, that should be coming up soon. But this one is available at my library. See if it's available at Hoopla or anything like that. But like, bruh. But this is like $9.99 for the Kindle, for the ebook. And I was like, no. It's a good thing it's available at my library, so I want to read this. Pretty short read. I think it's only 207 pages, if I'm not mistaken. But like, let's move on to Kindle, y'all. Kindle, yay, yay. And I'm talking about books I own digitally and physically. Hopefully I can get through this. Now this one, I'm actually excited. I think this is 500 pages maybe. I don't know. But this one was actually back in 2012. I actually owned this book because the first time I had interest in it, it wasn't available on Kindle Unlimited. But now the entire series of this, The Secret Keepers, no, the Blackwater Tales, this entire series is now posted on Kindle Unlimited. So if you're interested, you can go get it. But this has to do with body parts. You have like this one girl, she left this town, I guess Blackwater, who and her friend disappeared back in high school, right? But she got a call saying like, yo, your friend has been found, but in pieces. So there's the body parts, you know, if you're interested. But it's kind of creepy because like this town, it's a small town. They have like their own secrets and also paranormal, like, you know, secrets and stuff. But like her body was found in her old piano teacher's backyard. So I'm like, something ain't right. This is from a black, this is black characters, also from a black female writer. So there's that. So if you want, boom. Now this, I've actually, if you read Shay Sanders, I've actually read her Polly book and maybe something else. I know that I read something else from her, but it's leaving me. This is also available on Kindle Unlimited. You have a pact between the two parents to give their children a better life and stuff. However, one of the children is dead. And they make another pact to make sure that secrets don't get out. And I'm like, something's up here. And based on the synopsis, I'm thinking someone is either innocent, because it looks like the police, they did make an arrest, but something tells me that the parents had something to do with their own child getting killed. And I don't know what it got to do. It's available on Kindle Unlimited. And they said everything they did was to protect the children. But sometimes, I don't know. It could be like the child may have, like, here's what I'm thinking. Maybe the child, they got some crazy stuff going on in the family, and like the child tried to escape, kind of like recently. Oh my goodness, I don't be listening to. I've never watched. Well, I even watched a few episodes of Teen Mom, but recently in the news, one of the mothers who's been on the news constantly, whether it's the puppy who got shot by the boyfriend. I don't know if that's the baby daddy or something, by the boyfriend or like something else. But like, I forgot that girl's name on Teen Mom, but she's always in some controversy, and now her son ran away from home, and it's a whole deal. And the lawyer tried to contact Lovely T to make a video or something. I don't know. But like, Lovely T, she gonna keep us up because I know she loves the show, because, you know, she too was a teen mom. But like, yo, damn, is that crazy? And not to mention with that white family on YouTube who got arrested at the airport, and like, it's just a hot mess. This is nothing in the news but like children runaways from these crazy ass families, and I wonder if this is one of them. Anyways, that's just a whole sidetrack, but whatever. Now let's see, you got Demon's Dream. Now, this isn't paranormal, but I feel like it's a rags to riches type of story. And like, when it comes for the cultural readathon, it doesn't have to be paranormal stuff. It just has to match with, you know, the prompts and everything. So I figured, let me go with this. This is something that's been on my stuff for a long time, ever since I heard of it. You have a Kindle. It's Kindle Unlimited. You follow 2 couple storylines. Watch out for, you know, trigger warnings, because I know one of the male characters has been through a very rough childhood with like child abuse and all that extra shit. Like, I'm like, damn. Reminds me of some of these, like, especially like I said, the that white family who got arrested at the airport. How like, and I remember her because she gone viral a few years ago because she said that her child, I guess she got in trouble because her child went to school with no lunch or anything, and then it became a whole thing about like her and her punishments and child. Anyways, I feel like it's gonna be worse than that, worse than what she's getting arrested for. So yeah, there's that. There's like 768 pages long. Unfortunately, doesn't fit with the no new release, since this is, you know, after 2022. So there's that. But we're gonna see. Now this is okay. We got the Cartel Deluxe Edition. Now, believe it or not, I have read the first book but never continued, and I was gripped. I was like, so I plan on rereading the entirety of the first book and like read the second book, right? Because technically the second book is a sequel, and since you know, I feel like I can earn a point from that, you know. But like, bruh, I still remember the last detail of the last book with the daughter and like the betrayal. And remember how I said, hold on, let me see. Can I go back? This one, how like they have 6 children, and I'm surprised that maybe there might be like some inner fighting, just like how the cartel had it, bruh. Like just like the cartel had it, bruh. I'm surprised. The betrayal, bruh. I have to continue reading. I have to continue. Maybe I can find the audiobook, but I don't know, bruh. This is too much. Anyways, of course, like I said, I do plan on reading Dracula. This takes place it was published in 1897, which is like before the 20th century. So, and of course, I used the one from Castlevania. I don't know if you watched the new season. First of all, Black Vampire Nicki Minaj, if you know who I, if you know who I mean, honey, I don't know if you know, there's this YouTuber called African Hair God. We always go every Thursday. We have a watch-a-thon on Crowdcast. You gotta pay to get in, okay? Because YouTube is always a hot mess. It's all YouTubers be running things. Anyways, so the last week we decided to watch the new Castlevania season, Nocturne. Bruh, I'm loving this. Like you got the Haitian, well, the Saint-Domingue girl, and like the way that we left on the cliffhanger. First of all, it's always fun when you're watching with a group of people because like the comment sections was just hilarious. Like with a mulatto boy and his opera singing. Yo, they would yo, I was like, yo, leave him alone with his opera singing. Like even I didn't like it, but if you know, you know. Like anyways, you just have to watch the new season. Can't wait for the next one. Don't know when it's gonna happen. I'm surprised that they posted all of that. At first I thought, because like when they announced it, I thought that they were going to post, episode by episode, but I guess Netflix decided to release everything. So we watch everything within like 3.5 hours. Bruh. Comment section is just gold. I love my Black people. Like, I love my folks. Like, we be cracking it up. Like, the jokes that was made, I was like, and like the death of certain characters, like, we were just saying it how it is. Like, yeah, nigga, that was your fault. No, we had no chill. Especially on the first episode, bruh. Yo, we had no chill whatsoever. I was like, yo, it's always fun when you're watching with someone. Anyways, I plan on, I don't know, listening, reading. Definitely, it's about time that I start tackling some of the classics that I wanted to get to. So there's that. Flowers in the Attic. Yikes. I actually own the physical book. I'm not sure if it's available on Kindle Unlimited. Sometimes I would see some of her books recommended to me that's on Kindle Unlimited, but like I think that's every once in a while. And I saw a nonfiction book about like, the story behind the Flowers in the Attic. I was like, hold the fuck up. There's a story behind that shit. I don't know if I want to read it, but like based on like, on Goodreads, I think the book is like a 2-star. I don't know, or 3-star. I don't know. It's not that good of a rating for like the nonfiction book about her. So we'll see about that. Oh, speaking about nonfiction books about, books, there's like another nonfiction book called, I don't know, the story behind Go Ask Alex. And I remember reading that book, being traumatized, child. But yeah, there's that. And also this one, you got Darkness. Allegedly, according to Goodreads, this is book 1 of a series. But basically, you got Black lesbians, Kindle Limited. This is supposedly a Dracula retelling, but I feel like one of the main characters, the human one, she been through some shit, some trauma. I'm talking scarring. And it's like she's trying to convince everybody she's not crazy or something, or her brother. Not to mention she just experienced the loss of her, of her mother and everything. And it's just a lot, but we'll see how I feel about it. And to the honorable mentions, so we got The Black Guy Dies First. I think I got the ebook and the audiobook. Then we have The Revenge of the Shadow King. This is a book. This is technically a reread for me, but I remember come on now, you see this little goblin thing? I remember reading this book at nighttime being terrified as a child. Naruto, the manga was posted, well, the first one was posted in 1999, so that fits the prompt for like the year of my birthday. Then you have another nonfiction book called Nightmare, the science behind horror novels, which I actually have checked out right now. I have this checked out on my Kindle Unlimited, and this is Applying Pressure, a love story. Child, this is a sports romance / stalker romance. Bruh. And I've had this for a long time, for like the past few months. Only halfway through, child. I know, I'm disappointed in myself, and it's a quick read too, but it's like, I don't know why. And then you have The Quarter Storm, which I literally checked out yesterday, because right now, I don't know how long this is going to last. But right now, this is available for Kindle Unlimited and the listen part. So you can listen and read at the same time with this. So that's why I checked it out. And already we have the body parts. You have the you have the Haitian American girl with the voodoo and everything. So it's like, I feel like this book already filled out so many prompts already. So I'm like, okay, let me just take a mental notes and boom. I'm not sure how. I think I'm on chapter 11 of this book. So there's that. With that being said, y'all, I am out this bitch. See you next time, and let me know what you guys are reading, because I don't know, things are interesting. So
Read a book.